I tell you, I thought teaching junior high school was a blast. I thought having, let's see, 5 classes a day, at least 30 students per class, that's 150. Interacting with 150 kids every single day, except summers, weekends, and holidays, for 7 years. That was enough to turn my hair gray. I think about some of the funny things. I remember I sponsored the newspaper, and there were 2 girls, one named Amy and one named Kate. And they were they were wicked smart, but they were big competitors, and they were 7th graders. And they were full of all of the 7th grade bravado and angst at the same time. And I remember I was out on, maybe it was on, wasn't maternity leave, but I was out for some reason. And when I returned to work, I had a note on my desk, and it was from Kate. And she said, "Mrs. Hamilton, this is to inform you that I have overthrown Amy as editor of the newspaper. I hope that's okay with you." And I sat there at my desk and I just kind of chuckled, and I said, well, I wonder how Amy feels about that. And right at that moment, Amy walked in, and she was red in the face, freckled, red-haired girl. And she said, "Mrs. Hamilton, Kate has tried to overthrow me as the editor." And I said, "Well, Amy, what's your reaction? I haven't been here. What's going on?" And she said, "Well, she's just a power grabber. And now she wants to grab the editorship, and I'm not going to let her. So I just wanted to let you know, Mrs. Hamilton, that Kate and I will work this thing out. And just know, I am the editor of the newspaper." She turned and she walked out. And I began to journal about these kids. And I still have some of those journal notes. But as funny as they were, none of them compared to my grandson. The other day he came over and he was just looking at me. And I said, "Khailin, why are you looking at Mima like that?" He said, "Mima, why is your hair white?" And I said, "Well, why do you think it's white?" He said, "Because it's old." I said, "My hair is old?" He said, "Mm-hmm. Your hair is old hair. That's why it's gray." And of course, I can come up with a story at the flip of a switch. And I said, "Do you really want to know why my hair is white?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, it's because I have this secret power." "Well, what's that mean, Ma?" I said, "Well, it's called wisdom power. And wise people do good things for other people. So every time I do something good, a little bit of my hair turns white." And he moved in closer and he said, "Mima, have you done that much good?" "Yeah, I have, Khailin." "Well, when did you start?" I said, "I started when I was a little girl. I used to make cookies for my friends. I used to invite my friends over, especially the ones I knew that their parents didn't have enough money to buy what we would call little splurge snacks. When my father got paid on Fridays, we called that a splurge day. So we got to go to Ralph's and buy chocolate eclairs and other treats that we wouldn't normally have. And I would save some for my friends. So when they came over, I would get a big glass of milk for me and one for them. And we would each get 2 chocolate eclairs. I also had a tetherball in the back. And my tetherball was cemented, and the pole was actually cemented. in the concrete. My aunt owned the property, and she let my father pour concrete. So I had a tetherball that was the same quality as the ones on the playground. So I would invite friends over and I would let them play before I would play. So he kept looking at me and he said, wow. He said, so all that white is because you did good things for other people? I said, yeah. He said, did it hurt? I said, no, it didn't hurt, Khailin. I said, in fact, every time one of my strands of hair turns white, I actually get this little tingling, happy feeling that I just can't control. I said, like butterflies in your stomach. And he said, oh. He said, does it feel good? I said, it feels really, really, really good. And he says, you know me, Mom? I want my hair to turn white. Wisdom from children.